most mainstream media representations of women leave a lot to be desired when women are represented at all. Instead of the fully formed characters that are available for men, women characters tend to fall into a series of easily identifiable archetypes, such as the dumb blonde, the damsel in distress, or the Black Widow. These roles teach women how they can and should behave. Luckily for us in Canada, there's some media makers who think outside the box and have created more positive, complex, and nuanced representations of women. Here are just a few of my favorites. If you're in a city that has film festivals, you should try to check out their listings to find Canadian movies by women directors. At this year's Vancouver International Film Festival, I was lucky enough to catch The World Before Her by Canadian director Nisha Pahuja. It's a compelling documentary that tells the story of the complex pressures that young women in India are facing, with a dual focus on the beauty pageant industry and the rise of Hindu fundamentalism. Deepa Mehta is another great South Asian Canadian director. I particularly recommend the movies Fire and Water from her Elements trilogy. Fire tells the story of two women in arranged marriages who develop a romance with one another, and Water tells the story of widows forced into poverty. Both movies are visually breathtaking and emotionally powerful. Even in the horror genre, Canada has some winners. The 2000 movie Ginger Snaps uses turning into a werewolf as a metaphor for puberty. Starring Emily Perkins and Catherine Isabelle, the movie is funny, tense, and fully focused on the relationship between the two sisters. For TV with strong female characters, Canada's strength really tends to be in its comedies. Next year in 2013, This Hour Has 22 Minutes will celebrate 20 years on the air. In those 2 decades, it's given near equal time to gutsy, smart female comics, from Kathy Jones to Jerry Hall to Mary Walsh with her infamous Marg Princess Warrior routine. 2 recently ended Canadian sitcoms also did a good job of creating a variety of women characters, showing that you can be funny without resorting to those same old stereotypes. On CTV, Corner Gas had 4 women characters, each with their own unique personality quirks. Likewise, CBC's Little Mosque on the Prairie showed there's no one way to be a woman, even a Muslim woman. Every character on the show had their own complex personality. Overall, we need to demand more from our media. But we also need to shout out those who don't take the easy way out, who respect their female characters and create the representations that we love and that we're proud of as Canadians. Got some media representations that I missed? What are your favorites? Visit facebook.com/genderfocus and let me know.